This morning I'm going to talk to you about a custom-made designer leather bag. This custom-made designer leather bag is easy to make. It is very valuable and it lasts a lifetime. And the title of the talk is Deck the Halls, and we'll get around to how this ties together with a custom-made designer leather bag. Because what's in the custom-made designer leather bag is a divine expression of infinite love. What I am talking about is the human body. We are each a custom-made designer leather bag containing a divine expression of infinite love. Easy to make. Some teenagers make them by mistake. Very valuable. And of course, they last a lifetime. But let's talk about that and the value and what makes that designer leather bag so exceptional. They're freestanding. They're flexible, self-propelled, and autonomous. So they move themselves around, they take care of themselves, they get from here to there, which is kind of spectacular when you think about it. They're environmentally friendly in their fuel and power systems inherently. They don't necessarily wind up acting in environmentally friendly ways, but their fuel and power systems are environmentally friendly. These designer leather bags are one of a kind. They're easy to clean, and for the most part are self-maintaining. Now, there are certainly experiences where we need some assistance in maintaining that designer leather bag in which we are going through life. They have a very sophisticated sensor system, and, as I kind of mentioned before, are self-replicating. And all of them contain exactly the same thing. What's in that designer leather bag is consciousness. Each of us is a designer leather bag of consciousness moving autonomously through our experience of life. So, ho, I hear you say. That's kind of an interesting take on that. I will remind you, though, that the bags look completely different from the inside than they do from the outside. When I'm looking out at the world, I see all this. I see all of you. I see everybody else. And that's me doing the looking. I have my own perspective on what's going on in the world. And I have a lot of importance that attaches to the experience that I'm having as I carry this lovely designer leather bag, this one-of-a-kind, custom-made designer leather bag, through my experience of life. We cannot replace them. We cannot exchange them. We are issued one, and we get to use it throughout our experience. And as I mentioned, the contents is always the same. An infinite expression of that divine love. Consciousness is what's in the bag. And the bag carries us through life. And sometimes in a way that is uplifting and enjoyable and wonderful for us. And sometimes in ways that are challenging and difficult for us. And you can't change what's in the bag. You are that divine presence, that consciousness, right here and right now, and in everything you are and in everything you do. But the bag has pockets. So you can put some things in the pockets to carry through this experience of life with you. You can do that with your education. You can do that with your experiences. You can do that with your intention. You can do that with the way that you share. You can also decorate your bag. I'm not just talking about tattoos or jewelry. What I'm talking about is the things that we can add on to make our experience of life, the way that we travel through our experience of life in this lovely designer leather bag, uplifting and different. So there are things that you have decorated your life with that have been really positive and helpful and wonderful and joyous. And experiences to remember and recall and be proud of. So I had the opportunity to do a video for one of the practitioners who went through practitioner class. Mary Wimberly is getting installed at Awakened Heart spiritual community today. And it was an opportunity to reflect back on some of the experiences in her life and the transformation that had happened since she started the practitioner class. And it was wonderful to be able to look at that and have that be a reminder. Oh, it can be wonderful. It can be transformational. It didn't have to be what I thought it was going into it. It could be something different. And it doesn't need to be the way that it's been up until now. There is always the possibility to make a different decision to decorate and accessorize this designer leather bag in a way that brings more uplift and good and fun for us. So as we come towards the end of the year, you get the opportunity to reflect on what's happened this year, and you can also reflect on what's happened in previous years. And a lot of people like to do New Year's resolutions, so we can say, this is what's going to change in the new year. And you can, and it's a wonderful way to do that because there's a number changing on a calendar. A piece of paper or the digital timer is going to have a different digit. And why not use that as an opportunity to say, let's do something different? Although you don't have to wait. You can do that anytime. You can do that in the moment. You can realize that something has not been working to your satisfaction and say, I want this something to be different. And choose something new. Or you can look back and recognize that things have been wonderful and uplifting and delightful. And say, yes, please, more. More and more of that. That's the experience that I want to be continuing with. So you can accessorize. How do you want your bag to look? Is there some different way that you'd like it to appear to others and to feel for yourself? Is there something different that you'd like it to do? What would you like to take what adventure is it good to take that bag on? What experience do you want to invite into your life? You can do anything. We like to say that with prayer, we can change basically 5 fundamental things. The prayer can be for health, wealth, love, work, or spirit. And health is about the condition of the bag. Health is about our flexibility, our vitality, our health, and our comfort. And if that is working really well for you, then have some gratitude for that. Celebrate the fact that it's working just right. And if there's something that could change, where you would see an improvement if it were a little bit different, set the intention. Open up to that newness coming into your life. Let go of whatever it is that you might have been thinking or doing or believing that has led to the challenge that you had to begin with, and invite in something new. You can. We all can. Same thing with wealth, with our prosperity, with our experience of having enough. If you're living a life of plenty and you realize, oh, I am so richly supplied. Again, gratitude. We just had a Thanksgiving holiday, and you don't need a holiday to remember that. Gratitude is wonderful because the good that is available is flowing to you. That's what's filling your bag. Your consciousness of gratitude invites more of those experiences into your life. And prosperity isn't just about money. People have plenty of money and don't have any time. Prosperity is when they have some time available to do something that feels important. But people who don't have their health and comfort do not have prosperity, no matter how much money they have, because they continue being distracted by the health and the comfort challenges. So they all interact and work together. Love is pretty easy. It's about that committed relationship. Or it's about family. Or it's about our circle of friends. There's a wonderful story about a circle of Sandy's friends got together yesterday and celebrated the opportunity to celebrate Sandy's birthday. And that's what they did. They got together. And that was love unfolding in that circle around that bonfire. And it can be, love of an organization or an idea or an activity or a new possibility for more of that goodness, more of that love, more of that connection to fill our lives. And creativity, that's about our work in the world, how we share ourselves, what it is that we are committing ourselves to and involving ourselves with. We've got an Artist Way group, and they're continuing to meet and actually are going to be sharing the results of their Artist Way creativity experiences, which are pretty cool. I've overheard some of the stories, and I get to hear them in detail in a couple of weeks. And it doesn't have to be paintbrushes. It doesn't have to be something that's traditionally considered to be art. You don't need to write a book or hand press greeting cards, although those are fun things to do. Tie-dye is a lot of fun. That's definitely an art form. But whatever it is that you're doing, you can bring your creativity to it. You know, there are people who go on trial for being a little bit too creative with the books as they're doing their accounting. So it just shows that it's possible. Bring whatever skills and talents and gifts you have. Share yourself. Not to get involved in the law and get into a court case, but bring some creativity to it. There are ways to express yourself and share yourself in a way that's wonderful. And the last one is spirit. Now, we can't actually be more spiritual than we are, because as I mentioned, what's in that custom-made designer leather bag is an infinite expression of divine love. And that's not going to change. We can't change that. But there are times when we don't look in the bag. There are times when we forget what's in the bag. There are times when we distract ourselves from what's in the bag. So, spirituality is about remembering what's in the bag. Okay? And it's not what we say it is. What's in the bag is not what we say is in the bag. What's in the bag is what's actually in the bag. And if we have doubt, if we have disbelief, if we have skepticism, then we can forget what's in the bag. We can distract ourselves or otherwise neglect the fact that what's in this particular bag, the one that we are wearing right now, is a divine expression of infinite love. So as you're accessorizing and you're choosing and you're thinking about what's in your bag and what you're going to bring to the bag next and what's coming up for you, go big. As I mentioned, the title of the talk is Deck the Halls. Now, that Christmas carol, Deck the Halls, is not about let's put up an ornament. It's not about hang a light over there or put up a candle. It's about going full out. Deck the halls. Go completely overboard. Make what we're doing. Make a statement here. Because when we've decked the halls and somebody comes in and takes a look, they go, whoa, look at these decorations. This is something pretty spectacular. You can. You know you can. It's not a holiday season sort of thing because you get to deck the halls that are the bag that you're in. You get to accessorize and decorate and put stuff in the pockets and add things on. You can do that through sharing yourself and being creative. You can do that through education. You can do that through inventing something wonderful if that's what you're drawn to. To take what's happened up until now and invite in something new and create something spectacular. And go big. Deck the halls. Let this next experience of your life be absolutely spectacular. Or not. If you feel like taking a break and having a rest, you can do that. But do that in a spectacular, deck the halls kind of way as well. This was the #1 best nap ever. Yeah, that's the thing. If that's what you're called to, then make it big and make it great. Deck the halls with whatever it is that brings more good into your life. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. A custom-made designer leather bag containing a divine expression of infinite love. You are that love. You are that goodness. You are that designer bag, and I am grateful for you. So it is.